A House bill to get contracted military chaplains back to work is in the House again after the Senate pinged it back with some revisions to it. Contracted military chaplains are considered non-essential during the shutdown and could even be punished for volunteering to serve. Chaplain for the U.S. Air Force Reserve and Georgia Congressman Doug Collins says it's all about the First Amendment, and he joins me now. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us.
Well, Doug, it's good to be here with you today.
I understand that some of the changes that were made to this resolution on the Senate side omitted references to the First Amendment. That's a bit troublesome to you, I would imagine.
It's extremely troublesome to me. First, it took them almost a week to take up my resolution, which was passed Saturday a week ago. And then when they did send it, when they started to take it up, it was blocked from being passed unanimously by Senator Casey out of Pennsylvania. And then when they did send it back, you're right, they did take out First Amendment references, and they did talk about how chaplains protect First Amendment expression of religious expression. That is a concern to me, and I'm not really sure why they would choose to soften something that is really, how do you make protecting the Constitution non-essential? I just don't see how that can happen.
Well, that's especially peculiar given the fact that exceptions were made for that illegal alien rally on the Mall last week on First Amendment grounds.
Exactly. I mean, this is what we're seeing when you have an administration that is playing politics with the situation we're currently in, which is a frustrating situation for the American people. It's a frustrating situation for us in Congress. But when you have a Secretary of Defense who, after knowing about this, is still, and I have good authority from talking with some of the different director chaplains, this is still going on this weekend, that there are certain contract chaplains who are not being allowed to do the services that they were supposed to be doing. It's still going on. That is just a neglect of duty by the Secretary of Defense and all those in the Defense Department and this administration. It needs to cease, and it's sad that the Senate chose to play games with it as well.
It would seem to me to be a totally rational thing to allow chaplains to do this on their own time, voluntarily. I'm sure a lot of would be pleased to do that, but you're telling me as well that some could be punished for doing precisely that? Explain that to me.
Well, they were basically told that if they volunteered, what happened is if they volunteered, then they would actually be trespassing because they were deemed non-essential. Again, everyone listening today, no matter what your political beliefs, protecting the First Amendment is right. And when you hear the words First Amendment, Constitution, and non-essential, that should just basically scare everyone to death. And it's very much of a concern at the administration, and seemingly the Senate just doesn't seem to get that.
Real quick, any hearings on this?
I'm sure there'll be possibly some things coming up in the future. I know I have raised it. We'll see what comes up in the future. There's going to be a lot of things dealt with as this shutdown is finished up, and we look at what really happened in the political playing here.
Congressman Doug Collins, thanks very much, sir, for your service to the U.S. Air Force Reserve and your service to a higher calling as well. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Doug. It's a pleasure to be with you today.
Well, this isn't something you see every day.